Are you petting your dog?
No, he just shook his head for some reason.
He probably thinks you're a dingus.
He thinks you're a dingus. Hey,
Okay.
come here. Give me that.
Call. Share your screen.
Come here.
Share my full screen. I don't want that. No, go
Come
with me. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good shit. Let's do this now. Okay, so we already tried recording this, but Skype keeps crashing, so me and Lionel are going to do some commentating of this game, which we won, thankfully, but it was close. So anyway, so before the game, I wanted to pick, I usually go mid. I've been training for like 2 weeks to go mid, so I've practiced a bunch of mid champions. I was planning on going Morgana or TF, and they picked Annie, and we figured that since Karn really wants to play Galio would be perfect against Annie mid. The problem is that I haven't played top in a while, and that Gallery really wanted to play Udyr, and he's like my best top champion, so I had to go with Warwick, and I don't have runes for Warwick right now, because I don't play him. So I was runeless. I was the wrong runes Warwick, so that wasn't any fun. But it ended up working out okay. So we picked Caitlyn. We first picked Caitlyn. Then they picked, I can't remember, Annie Ezreal. Oh, obviously it's in order. Annie Ezreal. And then we picked Sona Galio. Galio to counter Annie and Sona because she's the best support and lone wolf can play her because you just press Q a lot in W. And
I've played her. I've played her like 3 times total. Yeah.
You just press Q and W. It's not like. No, she's not actually that easy. You have to manage your passive. She's harder now that they changed her passive. Oh my god. Anyway, okay, back to the business. So anyway, now that we're back to the game, I had to splice that other stuff because Skype hates working. So anyway, I don't know why I sat in base for half an hour, but I did.
You were messing with your stream.
Oh yeah, I was. Anyway, so Gallery's gonna do. He started dodge, which he's been thinking about doing lately. Which, in retrospect, now that we know what happens at level 1, we're going to encourage him not to start dodge again. The problem is that dodge is obviously better late game. It's like 1,000 times better late game, just because once you get, I think it's is it 100 armor loan? That is the like.
I have no idea.
There's a certain amount of armor. I think it's 100. Where if you have more than that, dodge is better. Basically, well, and if you have nimbleness, it's like doubly good. So he has 43 armor. He's gonna do wolves first. Yada yada. That's no fun. I'll skip ahead of this because we're just sitting here looking at stuff. They don't invade. We don't invade. Only the Shyvana
invades.
messes with us. Here, I'll show you. And we actually make a mistake here. Me and Karn and I make a mistake, or rather, just me. I make a mistake. In about 10 seconds or less, she's gonna show up just on her own without teammates, and we couldn't kill her. Like, there's no way. We don't have CC, so I don't know why we were chasing her. And what happened was, so you'll see in a second. Blue spawns, and then he leashes it. Karn leashes it, and then I go to mess with her. The problem was that I needed to help Udyr with the blue because the blue got unleashed right there, and then Udyr started tanking. So the problem was that when Udyr, or I guess it's me and Gallery's fault, and then it releases again. So Udyr was less than half health. He's trying to do blue. He would have been fine right here, except it released again. So yeah, blue really didn't want to be gotten by him, so he had to back. He couldn't finish it. So that sucked. Like, that put us really far behind early, and I was behind because I was half a level behind this girl, I think. I mean, she gets to 3 right as I get to 2, so she gets a full level ahead of me. Or actually more than a full level 1 ahead of me. Because the early level is the highest. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that true, I think? Like, the level scale, obviously, with XP and stuff.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, anyway, so she's 2 and I'm 1. And this lane started to suck right from the start. And I couldn't do it. I've never actually gone against a Shyvana in lane. So I must say I didn't do a great job of it. But, I don't know. I died once. See you later, but it's not that bad. Everywhere else is just free farming. Annie and Galio are just gonna free farm all game. Until Annie tries to kill him at 6 and Galio says cool, and then he doesn't die. One thing that we did mess up on is you'll see this a lot this game, is Shyvan is basically at my tower, and what's going to happen is this wave is going to push back after that happens, because that's how the waves work. The tower will hurt it more than my creeps would. So I'm going to end up pushing, and the problem that we had was that Udyr would try to come gank, like, not his fault necessarily, like, it's hard to judge these kind of things, but he would try to come gank when I was pushed rather than when she was pushed, because, like, it's very, like, all or nothing in this lane. One of us is going to be pushed if she's pushing this hard, either me or her. And what happened was the timing just was off, and then he would try to come, like, when she was pushed or when I was pushed, and then, obviously, their jungle would come also when I was pushed. So, we messed that up pretty hard, and that but it was a big reason why we didn't kill her early. We got some kills on her later, but early landing phase, when he was going to gank right now, I'm starting to push back because of, see how many creeps I have, because of all this stuff. So I don't know. If you want to tell me about bot lane, because I don't know what happened. I'm assuming it was just a farm fest.
Yeah, Caitlyn just pooped all over Ezreal and farm.
I think the farm bot was like 21, yeah, it's 21-7 right now. Mine is 11-7, but she got
I know for a fact that it was 120-67 at one point.
Well, okay, so right now, if you look at the tab bar, there are 4 of us with double figures in CS, and none of them have double figures. So we won the CS pretty early. They started to catch up. She gets more CS than me in the end, but I was already farming under my tower, like the hardest person to farm under your tower in the game because you don't have any AoE. And this is where I had to burn my flash because Skarner was ganking. And that's the result of like her pushing so hard. Is like pushing hard can be really, really bad if you don't get a gank, or if you get ganked. But if their jungler doesn't gank you when you're super pushed, it's actually going to help you because you're going to be pushed back. Like, see how I was pushed and she could get a gank? I wouldn't have pushed like that, like normally, if she were just playing normal. Like, we would be pretty even because Warwick doesn't push the lane that hard because I'm not going to go auto attack her. And since she relied on Wing me and auto attacking, she'd be killing my creeps. But the problem was she pushed so hard and our jungler didn't gank early because he couldn't because he was in top jungle because we're blue side. That it actually was a really good way to win that lane, or at least win the early part of it. So my flash is done, hers is still up, I think. And then, just nothing going on mid. I died pretty soon, I can't remember when I died. Do you remember what first blood was, Mom?
I think like 8 minutes or so.
Yeah, it was a
But I might be wrong.
This game clock's off too, I think. Or it might be back now. I know it goes off when you pause it. But I don't know if it comes back. This sounds right, though. So, anyway, there's not much stuff going on interesting. It was a pretty slow game, but it caught up really quick. I hate that you can't see life bars on people in LoL replay. I wish that League of Legends had their own play system so that they could fix that. Anyway, this
They're
is
busy making skins for champions no one cares about.
Yeah, so she hit 6 before I do, obviously. Because she's been ahead of me all game in terms of levels. And the problem here is, like, she's pushing so hard and I can't farm the tower with the Warwick, so I'm trying to keep it out of it by, like, trying to tank some of her harass so she's not hitting the creeps. But at the same time, like, I'm losing health. I can't do that forever. And I have mana cost where she doesn't. So, all that jazz was going on. I know that I don't die until I have my ult, so it's not right here. Excuse me as I get a bite of mac and cheese. Skarner went to
No
gank
cheese at all.
bot. Not much cheese. Skarner went to gank bot, but we had it warded, so that wasn't happening. I think the CS is 31-30 top, so pretty even, although my flash is down and she's going to get a kill on me soon. Bot is 43-20, so really, really good for us. And then Karn on Galio is 32-13. So, top lane where you can actually see the health bars and mana bars. This is our first attempted gank on her. I ran out of mana. If I had mana here, she would have died. The problem was that I couldn't ult until I couldn't have ulted until right then. And now I ult, but Gallery's too far away. If I had my ult then, I made the mistake of using my Q. Well, I wouldn't have killed her if I didn't use my Q. But so she flashed and used her ult. But the problem there was honestly, if I had 40 more mana, she dies. I know you see it a couple seconds late, but you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't ult her in the brush, so whatever. I mean, that was just a mana conservation mistake by me. But it did burn her flash. So and honestly, to be truthful, I don't know exactly what. Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. It's fine. Anyway, I don't know exactly what Starmix was. Okay, so after making a really good play here, Galio, This chase is really bad. What happened was basically Jungle was doing